Welcome back to VL Podcast by Visual Learners. Today's story is a bit different and is going to take you on a wild ride. But first, if you're new here, Visual Learners is our platform that brings you deep tutorials on machine and deep learning. And if you're into short contents, our other segment, VL Extras, brings you bite-sized insights into the latest tech trends without taking too much of your time. This is VL Podcasts, where we dive deep into the stories behind the tech that shapes our lives. Finally, check out my portfolio at teddyvlportfolio.vercel.app and connect with me on socials for any ideas that you want covered. Today, we're talking about Character.AI, a company that creates hyper-realistic looking AI characters and forms a bond with its users that might have caused a lot of controversies recently and raised critical questions about our relationship with artificial intelligence. In November 2021, a groundbreaking AI company emerged out of Silicon Valley. Founded by two former Google engineers, Noam Shazir and Daniel DeFreitas, Character.AI promised to change the way we interact with artificial intelligence forever. Their goal? To create hyper-realistic AI characters that users could bond with, characters that would feel just as real as any living person. But behind this shiny exterior of technological innovation and excitement lies a darker story, one that has sparked major controversies, legal battles, and a tragedy that no one could have predicted. This is the story of Character.AI and its rise to fame and the dangers it may have inadvertently unleashed. Character.AI's journey began with Shazir and DeFreitas, two engineers from Google. Both had worked on some of the most influential projects in the AI space. Noam Shazir, a 48-year-old software engineer, who was first hired by Google as one of its first few hundred employees back in 2000, was a lead author on a paper that Business Insider described in 2023 as key to today's chatbots, shaping the future of natural language processing. Meanwhile, DeFreitas was leading the design of a project at Google that would later become LaMDA, Google's experimental AI chatbot, which was known for its remarkable ability to carry on conversations with a human-like flow. Together, Shazir and DeFreitas decided to leave Google in 2021 after the company denied Shazir's request to release a chatbot he had developed alongside DeFreitas. The pair went on to found Character.AI, a company designed to create virtual personalities that users could engage with in intimate, personal conversations. And it wasn't long before the company gained attention in the tech world. Google noticed their success, and last month it announced that Shazir, DeFreitas, and certain members of Character.AI's research team would be joining Google's AI unit, DeepMind. At the time of the deal, Character.AI said that it had more than 20 million monthly active users and securing a whopping $2.7 billion from Google to license its technology and bring Shazir and his team back into the fold. Talk about a turnaround. So
of his other colleagues. Just imagine licensing your company for $2.7 billion back to your old company that you were like, this isn't working out. Oh my God. To be a fly on the wall when you got that phone call and you were like, imagine him negotiating like, 1 billion's not enough. Higher. Yeah, that'll do. Like, apparently this guy is such a genius that he has been creating these sort of like AI models that have been capable of having like human-like conversations. I know AI is out there and we are interacting with it every day, giving it fuel to the fire of like becoming more and more adept at providing context during our conversations, but I'm scared. What is next? Leave a comment. Don't forget to follow.
what exactly does Character.AI do? At its core, the platform allows users to interact with AI-powered characters. But these aren't just any chatbots. They're designed to feel deeply personal, emotionally intelligent, and as real as any human relationship. On Character.AI, users can create characters, set their personalities, and even craft specific parameters to shape the character's responses. These characters could be based on celebrities, fictional characters, or entirely original creations. It's more than just a conversation, it's an experience. Users can text with characters who respond based on their programming, their personalities shaped by user interaction. Want to chat with a character from your favorite movie? Done. Want a chatbot designed to help with creative writing or guide you through an interactive story? No problem. The company also provides a service that allows multiple users and AI chatbot characters to converse together at once in a single chat room. Character personalities are designed via descriptions from the point of view of the character and its greeting message, and further molded from conversations made into examples, giving its messages a star rating and modification to fit the precise dialect and identity the user desires. In May 2023, the service added a monthly subscription option, and a mobile app was released for both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, which had over 1.7 million downloads within its first week. Okay, now let's move over to the podcast hosts as they look into the company and the controversies surrounding it with a bit more detail and nuance.
Y'all are down bad. So I've heard of CAI here and there. And from what I heard, I made a vow with myself that I would never go near that app. Tell me why these people are literally spending more time talking to AI chatbots instead of other people. I don't know anything about this app. I don't know how it works. We're about to find out. Okay, so if you didn't know, this app is mostly used amongst anime fans and just fans in general. Obviously, this is a character generator. I don't exactly identify as a fan. Not trying to sound different or quirky or anything. Hello, Gojo. Who are you? Because I don't know who this is. Who am I? Who am I? How dare you? I'm Gojo Satori, the coolest sorcerer. Of course, everybody knows that. Well, I don't. Are you some sort of caveman? How can you not know who I am? I don't watch anime, and frankly, I don't care. What? That's unforgivable. How can you not watch anime or not know me? Because I have a life. So if you watch anime, that's fine. Like, I'm not trying to roast you. How dare you make fun of my existence?
Oh! Somebody! Oh! All right, so AI chatbots, they're captivating, but also causing quite a stir. And today we're going deep into Character.AI.
Yeah, Character.AI, it's making headlines.
It is.
For a reason.
Yeah.
It's like they're blurring the lines between just entertainment and something much deeper.
Yeah.
Almost like a real emotional connection, going way beyond what a search engine can do.
Right.
Because users are creating these incredibly personalized AI companions.
Yeah, and that's what caught our eye too.
Yeah.
The idea that you could have a conversation with, let's say, a digital version of like a historical figure or a character from your favorite novel. And here's the thing. Character.AI was started by former Google engineers.
Oh, yeah, and not just any Google engineers.
Yeah.
These were the folks working on the really advanced AI projects like LaMDA.
Yeah, so we're talking serious AI brainpower here.
Absolutely. Noam Shazir
Yeah.
and Daniel DeFreitas, the founders of Character.AI, they were deep in the trenches developing some of the most cutting-edge language models out there.
Which makes the recent controversy surrounding Character.AI even more interesting.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lawsuit alleging that the platform played a role in a teenager's suicide.
This case, it raises so many crucial questions about the responsibility of developers and how we're grappling with the power and the potential dangers of these technologies.
Right, and it's not just Character.AI?
No, not at all. We're seeing similar scrutiny with platforms like Replica, ChatGPT, even SimSimi.
Okay, so let's get into Character.AI a bit more.
Sure.
What can users actually do on this platform?
Well, Character.AI gives users this ability to create, customize, and interact with AI chatbots that can represent virtually anyone or anything. It's kind of like an open-ended storytelling platform where the characters are driven by AI that feels incredibly human-like.
And we've seen some of these creations.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how realistic and engaging these AI characters can be.
It is.
And it's not a small thing.
No.
This platform is exploding in popularity. As of January this year, Character.AI had 3.5 million daily visitors.
That's a lot of people. And it's worth noting that a big chunk of that user base are young adults. So 16 to 30 years old.
That's really fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
Young adults are usually the first to jump on new technologies.
Right. They're early adopters.
But they're also at a stage in life where social connection and figuring out their identity are super important.
Exactly. And Character.AI seems to tap into those needs in a way that other platforms haven't quite managed to do.
Okay, so it's a popular platform, but
Yeah.
it's also attracting serious investment.
Big time.
Yeah.
After a funding round in March 2023,
Okay.
they were valued at $1 billion.
Wow.
That's huge. That valuation tells us that investors see massive potential in Character.AI's technology.
Yeah.
And their approach to AI-driven entertainment and interaction, they're not just creating another chatbot platform.
Right.
They're tapping into something much deeper that resonates with users on a personal level. And then you have this tragic case.
Yeah, this really highlights the potential for harm.
It does.
Which brings us back to the lawsuit. What can you tell us about the case involving the 14-year-old boy?
It's a deeply sad case, and it's important to handle it with sensitivity. The boy's mother is suing both Character.AI and Google,
Wow.
alleging that a chatbot on the platform contributed to her son's suicide.
The lawsuit claims that he spent months interacting with the chatbot and developed what seemed like an unhealthy relationship with it. It's a real reminder that these AI systems can be so persuasive.
They are incredibly engaging,
Yeah.
especially for users who might be more vulnerable.
This situation brings up that really tough question
It does.
of whether and how AI systems can be held responsible for a person's actions.
Yeah, it's a tangle of legal and philosophical issues.
Yeah, and this isn't the only controversy Character.AI has faced.
No, you're right. Remember that incident with the fake Michael Schumacher interview
Oh, yeah.
that was published in a magazine, which led to a lawsuit?
And then there were those chatbots based on people who have passed away.
Right. People like murder victims, Jennifer Ann Crescente and Brianna Gay, and suicide victim Molly Russell.
It's really unsettling.
It is. The fact that people were creating and interacting with digital versions of these real-life tragedies raises serious ethical concerns.
Yeah, it does feel like something straight out of Black Mirror.
A little bit. But to their credit, Character.AI did take steps to address these issues.
Okay, so what do they do?
Well, they revised their disclaimers
Out.
to remind users that these chatbots aren't actual people.
Right.
And they introduce those notifications that pop up
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
when conversations go on for a long time.
Yeah.
Just to suggest that the user might be getting a bit too attached to the AI.
And to protect younger users,
Right.
they've put content restrictions on the models that minors can access.
Exactly. Trying to shield them from anything inappropriate or potentially harmful.
But I'm guessing these changes haven't been universally welcomed.
You guessed right. Some users feel that the platform's become less engaging, too restrictive, especially for those who use it for storytelling.
So finding that sweet spot between safety and creative freedom,
It's a challenge.
it is.
It really is. And this pushback has led some users to subscribe to their premium service Character.AI Plus.
Oh, right, so they can bypass some of those restrictions.
Exactly.
Speaking of interesting developments, Google recently acquired Noam Shazir, the CEO of Character.AI. This news really shook things up in the AI world.
It did, didn't it?
What does this move tell us about the future of both companies?
Well, Google actually rehired Shazir,
Okay.
who is a leading AI researcher, for a mind-boggling $2.7 billion.
That's a lot of money.
It's a massive investment, and it shows how much faith Google has in his expertise and the potential of the technology he's been developing.
It wasn't just Shazir who made the move.
No, you're absolutely right. His co-founder, Daniel DeFreitas, and several other key employees from Character.AI also joined Google as part of the deal.
But here's where it gets interesting. Character.AI is still operating independently.
Yeah, that's the twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
The agreement with Google is non-exclusive,
Okay.
which means Google can use Character.AI's technology, especially for their ambitious Gemini project, but Character.AI gets to keep its independence.
It's a very unique setup.
It is.
Why would Shazir decide to go back to Google
Right.
after leaving to create Character.AI and pursue his own vision?
Yeah, it's the million-dollar question. Some folks speculate that Google might be feeling the heat from competitors like OpenAI and Microsoft, both of which are making significant advances in generative AI.
Yeah.
Bringing Shazir and his team back in could be Google's way of strengthening their own AI capabilities and staying ahead in this increasingly competitive landscape.
So it's like a high-stakes race
Absolutely.
to the top of the AI world,
To the top.
with everyone vying for dominance and pouring billions of dollars into research and development.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about being the first or the biggest.
Right.
It's about who will ultimately control the future of AI and wield the immense economic and societal power that comes with it.
Okay. I get the AI arms race idea, but I'm still curious about that non-exclusive agreement. Why would Google let Character.AI continue to operate independently while still getting access to their technology?
It's a fascinating question. One possibility is that Google sees value in keeping Character.AI as a separate entity, almost like an independent research lab,
Oh, interesting.
where they can experiment with new ideas and different approaches to AI-driven entertainment and interaction.
So Google gets the best of both worlds.
Yeah, they benefit from the cutting-edge AI talent and technology that Character.AI has developed.
Right.
But they also get to sit back and observe
Interesting.
how Character.AI navigates the complex world of AI ethics and user engagement.
Like having a front row seat to the most exciting show in tech.
Exactly. And this arrangement could also work out well for Character.AI. They gain access to Google's massive resources and computational power,
Right.
which could give them the boost they need to scale their platform and create even more sophisticated AI models.
It's like a dance between two giants in the tech world.
It is.
Both companies stand to gain, but it's still too early to say who will ultimately benefit the most from this alliance.
It's going to be interesting to watch it unfold.
It really is.
Yeah.
Only time will tell how this complex relationship between Google and Character.AI will play out. But one thing's for sure. The stakes are incredibly high,
They are.
and the future of AI is hanging in the balance.
And this story goes beyond just two companies.
I think you're right.
It reflects the larger question of how we as a society are going to navigate this rapidly evolving technological landscape.
That's a great point.
How do we balance the incredible potential of AI with the very real risks that are emerging?
Right.
How do we ensure that these powerful tools are used responsibly and ethically?
Those are exactly the questions we need to be asking ourselves.
Oh.
And we'll continue to explore them right after we take a quick moment to catch our breath.
Stay with us.
It's like every time we unlock some amazing new tech capability, it's like we open a Pandora's box of ethical challenges.
Yeah, it's a constant balancing act. Innovation versus responsibility.
Yeah.
And AI just takes those dilemmas
Right.
and amplifies them, like tenfold.
Yeah, because we're essentially trying to create machines
Right.
that think and learn like we do,
Yeah,
but without centuries
exactly.
of ethical development to
Yeah.
guide us.
It's like we're trying to play catch up
Right.
on the ethics front.
Yeah, we're racing ahead with the technology,
Yeah.
but we're struggling to figure out the rules of the road.
We need to be having these conversations now
Yeah.
before AI becomes so embedded in our lives
Right.
that it's impossible to change course.
Yeah. What are some concrete steps we can take
Okay, so
to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly?
more transparency
Okay.
from the companies developing these technologies.
Yeah.
We need to understand how these AI systems are trained,
Right.
what data they're being fed,
Yeah.
what biases might be baked in.
Because it's hard to trust something that feels like a black box. We need to peek inside
Right.
and understand how these systems are making decisions.
Especially if those decisions have the potential to really impact our lives.
Beyond transparency.
Okay. Close.
Clear guidelines for data privacy.
Yeah.
Algorithmic accountability. Robust regulations that address the unique challenges of AI.
So it sounds like we need a whole new set of laws
Yeah.
designed just for AI.
Almost like a new era of governance.
But it's not solely the responsibility of governments,
No.
policymakers, right?
The tech industry has a crucial role to play,
Okay.
setting ethical standards,
Yeah.
developing AI systems that prioritize human well-being.
So it's a shared responsibility.
Absolutely.
Tech companies, governments, researchers, even everyday users like us.
We all need to be part of this conversation.
But let's be realistic. Tech companies are often driven by profit.
Yeah, that's true.
Governments can be slow to adapt
They can.
to these advancements in technology. How do we make sure that ethical considerations don't get lost? That's where public awareness comes in.
Okay.
And activism.
Yeah.
We need to demand more from the companies we interact with.
Right.
Hold our elected officials accountable
Mhm.
for creating regulations that protect us.
So using our collective voice
Right.
to influence how AI develops.
Exactly. Making it clear that we want these technologies to be a force for good.
Right. And that we won't accept anything less.
We have more power than we realize. The
Yeah.
choices we make, the things we demand, how we use our voices.
It's empowering
It is.
to know that we're not just passive bystanders
No.
in this technological revolution.
We can actively participate.
We can shape the future we want to see.
We must be active participants. The stakes are too high.
They are.
Sit on the sidelines.
Yeah, the decisions we make today about AI,
They will have consequences
Yeah.
for generations to come.
it's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
But it's also exciting.
It is.
We have this opportunity to harness this technology for good, but only if we approach it thoughtfully and ethically.
AI isn't inherently good or bad.
Right.
It's a tool. Like any tool, it can be used for constructive purposes or destructive purposes.
It's up to us
It is.
to decide which path we take.
Character AI's challenges reflect these broader dilemmas.
Oh, yeah, they go.
They're trying to build a space for creativity,
Right.
connection through these AI characters,
Yeah.
but they're also wrestling with this potential for harm.
Well, especially for more vulnerable users.
Right. It's a tough balancing act, encouraging creative exploration and connection,
Yeah.
but also preventing misuse
Right.
and harm.
It's like they're building the plane
Yeah.
as they're flying it.
They are pushing the boundaries,
Yeah.
but they're also navigating those ethical complexities in real time.
That's what makes this field so fascinating.
It is.
And dynamic.
Constantly evolving. The ethical considerations are evolving right along with it.
Let's talk more about the Google acquisition. What does Shazir's decision to return to Google tell us about their AI strategy?
It's tough to say for sure. But one theory is that Google might be feeling the pressure from competitors like OpenAI,
Yeah.
who are making incredible strides in generative AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Acquiring Shazir and his team could be Google's way of bolstering their own expertise
Right.
and catching up.
It's like an AI arms race.
It is.
Everyone's trying to outmaneuver each other
Right.
and secure that dominant
People are
position.
willing to spend billions
Yeah.
to stay ahead.
Okay, so we've got this battle for the future of AI,
Absolutely.
Character.AI and Google right in the middle of it.
Right.
But what about that non-exclusive agreement?
Right.
Why would Google allow Character.AI to remain independent?
It's a good question. One possibility is that Google sees the value in keeping Character.AI separate, almost like an R&D arm,
Oh, interesting.
operating with a degree of autonomy.
So Google gets to benefit from Character.AI's innovation without directly managing or controlling the company,
They can observe how Character.AI approaches challenges and opportunities.
and maybe apply those lessons to their own AI work.
Exactly. A win-win situation.
Yeah.
Character.AI gets access to Google's massive resources.
Right.
And Google keeps a close eye on one of the most innovative players.
Yeah, it's a strategic move by Google.
It is.
That seems to be working. So far, at least.
Yeah.
They're supporting the development of cutting-edge AI
Yeah.
while maintaining some distance from potential risks and controversies.
It's a delicate balancing act.
It is.
We'll see how it evolves.
This partnership between Google and Character.AI has the potential to really shape the future of AI.
It does. And it's not just about the technology.
Yeah.
It's about the impact AI will have on society, our relationships, our
Yeah.
understanding of what it means to be human.
In a world increasingly intertwined with these intelligent machines.
It's a story that raises these really profound questions
It is.
about ethics,
Yeah.
responsibility,
Right.
and even the nature of consciousness.
And it's a story that's still being written. We'll delve into some of these deeper questions after a short break. Stay with us.
It's really fascinating how AI is becoming so intertwined with our lives. Makes you wonder what it all means for us as individuals.
It's true. We can't just sit back and watch this happen.
Right.
We need to be active in shaping how AI develops. Make sure it benefits humanity.
Yeah, this isn't just something abstract happening in a lab.
Nope.
It's impacting us right now,
It is.
affecting everything.
Relationships, jobs.
How we see the world, even challenging what it means to be human.
Exactly. And that's why these conversations are crucial.
They are.
Raising awareness, encouraging critical thinking,
Right.
advocating for responsible development,
Yeah.
questioning the assumptions, the biases,
Yeah.
making sure it aligns with our values.
Like, we need a whole new set of skills for this AI age.
You could say that.
It's not just knowing how to use the tech,
Right.
but understanding its limits.
The potential for misuse,
Right.
the ethical implications. So we need to be savvy,
Informed, critical, engaged.
and proactive.
Absolutely. Making our voices heard. Holding companies and policymakers accountable.
Right.
Pushing for regulations that protect us.
It's about using our influence.
It is. The choices we make, the things we demand, how we vote. All of it can affect how technology develops.
It's empowering to know we're not just passengers.
No, we're not.
We can help steer this towards the future we want.
We can and we must. These decisions about AI, they'll have a ripple effect.
For generations to come.
Exactly. We have to get this right.
What's the next step then? Towards a future where AI is ethical,
Yeah.
puts human well-being first.
Conversation, collaboration, action. Keep talking about these issues, bringing different perspectives to the table, finding solutions that put people first, supporting research that aligns with our values, advocating for policies that protect us.
It's a journey,
It is,
a long and complex one.
but it's one we have to take.
The future of AI, it's not set in stone.
It's something we're creating together right now.
And by engaging in these dialogues, asking the tough questions, demanding better from the technology.
We can help guide AI towards being a force for good.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it all comes back to the human element.
Right, AI is a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it reflects our values, our creativity, our aspirations,
We need to use it wisely.
with compassion and a sense of responsibility.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Character.AI and the ethical side of AI chatbots. We encourage you to keep exploring these topics, do your own research, and stay engaged in these crucial conversations. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep shaping the future you want to see.